they can take. It's so sorry that they can't. Where can we put this? Huh? I have no. Yeah. So I think where can. Okay, maybe this is okay. Good. Okay. Maybe some of you are in this frame. Okay. This is the pre-test for Thai phonetics or Thai linguistics. Have you done all 5 of them? Have you done? No one. Okay, you can answer before I tell you the answer. Okay. For the 16. Which sentence uses 5 tones? 5 tones. มาอยู่นี่ใช่ไหม and then นี่ and ใช่ is the same tone, right? นี่ใช่ไหม นี่ and ใช่ are the same tone, so not 5 tones. Okay. Then ขอไข่ใครให้เธอไว้ผมใคร and เธอใครเธอ Is it the same ใคร and เธอใครเธอไม่ใช่ใครเธอใครเธอ Is it the same same ใคร and เธอ is the same tone. Okay, and then ยาทา oh this is the same ยาทายาใช้ทานยาทา and ทาน is the same, right? Okay, and then the last งองูจะพูดจะ If there's no answer, right? So this is the answer. Ja is a lower tone. It's called lower tone. And then put is the rising tone. Okay? Rising tone. Put. And then not rising. We call actually it's put when you say put is rise and low. Okay? It's not so when you are going to study about the tone here, we put this kind of tone is called falling, right? Falling tone. Okay? Falling tone. Put da and da is the middle tone. Okay, middle tone. Then da, not low, but it's high tone. Okay, high tone. Da, high, like this. If you are from Chinese, from China, and you familiar with Chinese language, this kind of tone will be not like in Thai. Okay, in Thai we use that like the accent like this as the high tone. Okay, this is da. Okay, and then the last is the something like this. This will be rising tone. This is rising tone. Okay? Da is from the top and then da. There are 3 tones here. Like like this. Okay? If you study in Vietnamese, we also have some tone like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. And then the next 17. Do you know which are pronounced in the same initial sound? Which do you know the initial sound? If you don't understand, you can go to the page. It's the 35. Go to 35. Okay. Can you find it? The first is gõ cài. Gõ cài means the sound is good. Good. Okay. Then curve. Actually, ขอไข่กับคอควาย in Thai we are in the same, right? We are the same consonant sound, but different in tone. Okay? So we separate from ke as ขอไข่ and ke as คอควาย. Different tone. Okay? ขอไข่and คอควาย is different. But actually, it's pronounced the same. Okay? It's actually like Burmese, right? You have changed the tone of the consonant as well, right? Because actually, there's no difference between the k sound like this, but you change from the tone. What?
Yes,
And ka. It's the same. Okay, and then ka nga. Okay, so which are pronounced the same initial sound. Not the same, not all the same, right? But k. ขอไข่คอควายคอระฆัง is the same. And then ขอไข่ขอไข่ item 2 รอเรือลอลิงลอจุฬารอเรือ when we speak your tongue will be shifting like this, but la lọ liงis different. It's la. Okay. Is there this sound in a r sound in English? Is there r sound in English? R. There's no this kind of sound in English, right? Okay. But we have l as lolling like this. And then the third. ทอถุงทอทหารทอธงทอฐานทอนางมุนโททอผู้เท่า Is it the same? ทอทอทอทอทอทอเธอ All of them are the same, right? Okay? So the answer is this. But why you put these two kinds of alphabet here? Do you know? Why we have several the same sound but different way to write? Do you know? Because it's from Indian language, old Indian language from Pali and Sanskrit. Okay? If you pronounce in Pali or Sanskrit language, Thorthan, the fourth one, you're not the same. If you do this different. Like Thorthan will be like this, and
ta,
the, and da. Sorry, da, and da. Different? Is it different? Right. But when you write this, the, like the words Buddha, right? And Buddhi, Buddhist, Buddhi will be this like this. Buddhi.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can be Buddhi or maturity. Okay, maturity. It will become maturity, and then Buddha means knowledge. Know, you have knowledge. Okay? Then, so the answer is Kopai. Do you write? Are you right? Yeah. The third one. Okay, on the left. Okay, then 18. Go to 281.
18.
Which consonants? Which consonants are not pronounced the final as the word what? The word what? Do you know the word what? Temple. Yeah. Temple. Yes. That's good. You have from the temple. It's from what? What consonants are not pronounced the final as the same final, the same final as the word what? So it's like the. It's the same in time, okay? But not the same. Will be ขอไข่ sure, for far, and her. We don't use these 4 letters as the final, okay? We don't use in time. It's the word ขอไข่ is this, and then sure, and fur, and her. There's no this kind of alphabet. Actually, there's in English, right? But not in Thai. We don't use this sure, fur, and her as the final. Okay? Then 19. As you listen to my pronunciation, okay, what sentence are all the words pronounced with long vowels? Vowel. ฉันเช้าแล้ว ฉัน is short, right? ฉันเช้าแล้ว ฉัน is short. And then ขอไข่มานอนยาวนาน Yes, right? So the answer is ขอไข่ okay, on the right. Okay, then 20.
21.
Which couple of words will convey a very different meaning when pronouncing short and long vowels? When you say วันนี้ and วันนี้ is it the same? Not the same. วันนี้ is means today, but วันนี้ yesterday. Okay? So it's very different meaning, right? But when you pronounce ขอไข่ ฉัน and ฉัน is the same. That can be the same. ฉัน and then ไหม and ไหม it's quite the same. And then กระเช้ากระเช้means basket. And กระเช้า mean morning shift. กระเช้า. So it's different from pronunciation. Okay? So who gets 5 from this? Who get 5? No. Who get 4? Who gets 4? Who get 3? No one. Who get 2?
No, sir.
No. And then who get 1?
Có cảnh.
No, none of you have done it, right? Okay. So now, from this exercise, what do you know from Thai language? What do you know? Thai language is different from other language. Do you know?
I don't know,
Okay.
sir.
According to you are in linguistics and English language major. So, could you render or show me the knowledge that you have about language? Can you tell me? Can you tell me?
What's language, sir?
Any kind of language that is different from Thai. Okay. So,
I don't know Thai language.
okay. Do you know? Don't you know any? Don't you know any of them?
Name
Ah.
Thai. Name Thai.
อันนิดหน่อยใช่ไหม So
สวัสดีครับ
good. You know from that's the way that you have to speak and use in daily life, right? But when you are going to study, especially in linguistics, you have to focus on how different first. Okay, we have to know how different between your own language and Thai. Okay, can you tell me your own language and Thai? How different? Can you think and speak it out? Brainstorming. Can you guess? There's no right or wrong. This is from your opinion. Please speak it out. What do you think? How different between your language and Thai language?
Thai language I don't know.
You don't know. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't.
Thai language I don't know. I know Latin. Thai language.
You are very little in Thailand.
Sorry, good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. When you are male, you have to speak Sawadee-krap. Okay.
สบายดีไหม How are you?
Good. Sawadee Mike. How are you? So now, you just memorize by your word. Okay, by the word. But now we are going to study about linguistics. Okay, so we are going to narrow how different they are.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand.
So,
If we combine the vowel and consonant sound, so we got one meaning. It is in Myanmar language, but Thai is not like this. Thai is every vowel consonant have the meaning. So this, I think it's different.
oh, good, wonderful. Do you understand him? What does he mean? What does he mean? When you put some word or some sound together, in other language may not change the meaning. Okay, like when you are going to speak, like the word intonation, like this in English. It means, what does it mean? Intonation. That means antara in Bali. You have to study Bali.
Antara oka.
Antara is the same. Intonation means chati. Okay, antara chati. Okay, antara chati.
Jati means this.
Chati means
Nationality.
the place that you were born.
Race.
Okay, the place that you were born is chati.
Jati.
Yeah.
Yes.
Antara chati means between the nations. Okay, so the intonation can be adjective when you put AL together.
So can we
This
write?
is noun, but this is adjective. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So it can be intonation. No, like this. But its meaning is quite the same, right?
Yes.
Yes, from intonation to be international. When you speak, I study in intonation language, intonation program, or international program. Can it be used? Can both of them be used? I study in intonation program and international program. Can both of them be used? Can?
In
Yes.
Pali, in Pali.
Not in English. Can it be used?
International.
Yes. Noun can be put in front of noun to be the modifier, right? Okay, so you can put the word intonation and international in front of it. Okay, this is the way that you have to. But in Thai, so if you, I don't know, na cha.
Yes, sir. This one is right, sir. Nana. Nana means international, sir.
Yes.
I think Andra is not international.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Nana means international. It is
Yeah.
Bawak originally.
Yeah.
American, yes.
Na cha is
Yes, sir. Nana.
Yeah.
Nana means international.
Yes, international. And can be used, another word is sakon, or and this, you are studying หลักสูตรนานาชาติ หลักสูตร means curriculum หลักสูตรนานาชาติ you can put this word, you use this word by this word, and it's called isolating language. Okay? It's called isolating language. Do you know this? The first word that you study in language, you have to know the family of language, right? The family of language, how many families do you know? How many families of language do you know? One. One is isolating language, like, what does it mean, isolating language?
Old language.
It doesn't mean all language. Isolate, sola, from solo, that you have to separate words by word, okay? It's separately, it's separate word by word. So, like Vietnamese is quite the same. This word mean this word, when you put, it won't be changed anything. Okay? It won't be changed. If you eat in the morning, how different? Between you eat in the afternoon. Is there any change from the word กิน in Thai? ฉันกินข้าวเมื่อเช้านี้ ฉันกินข้าวตอนบ่าย ฉันกินข้าวเมื่อวานนี้ Is it the same? The different meaning is from the modifier, but not from the verb, right? The word can be กิน กิน It's always the same, no matter when you talk about it. Okay? So, this is isolating language. But English, what kind of language in English?
Living language.
Huh?
Living language.
Living?
Yes, living language.
Living, what does living mean?
Living means that every word is improves day by day.
Yeah, but Thai is also living language as well.
English is international language and common language and median language.
International.
And then in lingua franca, this also
International language, then another
common language, median
common language.
lingua franca.
Lingua franca, what does it mean? What does lingua franca mean? Do you know this word?
I know some.
Lingua franca is like, it's the same meaning as common language. It's the universal. Okay? The language that we use to to communicate everywhere in the world. Right? Like us. So it's the same meaning as
And then
international.
median language.
Yes, it's a median language. So, this is not the very specific in characteristic of language. If in the past, do you know? In the past, lingua franca is Sanskrit. Do you know it?
Sure.
Sure. In the past, that's why if you go to English, in English,
So
you can see some kind of word that's still used today, like save or serve. This is mean the same. Seva in Thai. Seva or in Pali will be seva or sevana. Sevana can be service or meet each other. Okay? So it's the same. All the words siva. Siva. Have you studied Pali? Do you study Pali? Yeah. Siva. What does it mean? It means soul. Is it the same? Siv and soul. E or I can be E here, right? V can be W as well. But when in English, it's pronounced differently, from siv to be so. Okay? But in Pali, it will be sipati. You know this word? Sipati means to tie the thread, to weaving, to weave. Okay? Do you see this word? So, Pali and Sanskrit and English is quite the same language. Okay? Quite the same language. And it will be changed according to subject, tense, voice, right? Okay? So when it will be changed like that, what kind of language is called? It's called inflectional language. Do you know this? Inflectional language. What does inflectional language mean? What does inflectional language mean? That I have told you already. The word eat. If you eat today, it will be changed. It will be the same. I eat rice. And then if you eat yesterday, it will be ate. Right? If you are eating, you are eating. Okay? You put ing after it. Okay? And then the last. If you will eat, you put will. But you don't change the verb here. Is there any other aspect of language? And how different from your language you have told me? What kind of Tibetan Burmese languages? Actually, I can say this is the same family language. What kind of Tibetan language? Burmese. It's a very, very unique language that you can put in fix. Do you know in fix? In fix, what does it mean? You put some word inside the word. So the meaning can be changed. Okay? That's one kind of language. So do I can't understand Burmese and especially Tibetan well. Although I studied only one course and now it's gone. No, I can't understand, so I can't remember them. Okay, this is the Tibetan language, and then what other language? There are four language, four kind of language. This is isolating language is Chinese, Thai, Vietnamese as well. Okay, it's isolating language. Okay, and then so what are the different? Actually, you can find in the book as well. If you have no idea, you can look for the knowledge from the book. Okay. And you answer me. First, Thai language is isolating language. Then, what is not from my book? Not from this, because this book is very easy for you. I can't believe that you are studying linguistics. Are you studying English language or in linguistics? So it's called overestimated. I overestimated you. Means I expect you have the higher ability in linguistics than this. From the first unit, it's isolating language. And then, what's the specific characteristic of Thai language? Okay. Do you have any idea about language of Thai language?
No, sir.
Have it been changed? Have it been changed? No. Thai words couldn't be changed, but English is changed. Okay? Then, the third. Do you have any idea? The most very important thing that you have to think critically. Okay? You have to decide it. How different from what you have studied, especially in linguistics way. Okay? If you know how different, it will help you to study more proficiently. Right? You will study and you will learn it very easily by its difference from each language and language. But for me, I also use both different and similar style. I link something that's similar to Thai and English, and something similar to like today. I know the word chakra that you write sakka in Burmese, so I memorize it. How different and how similar. So it will be very confused, right? Like other word in English, you have to know like this. Do you know this? You know this, but you speak. But how different between affect and effect? How different? How different? Different. What kind of speech of effect is?
First is E, second is A.
Yeah, it's the first letter. It's different. But this is the noun.
Yeah.
No.
Okay? But this is a verb. Okay? When something affects something, it will be effect. Like this. Okay, this is the way that you have to study language. What kind of language do you study? Okay? Then, the next, between, then first you know about is isolating language. Then, what is the second?
Traditional language.
This is object introduction. So if you want to know, yeah. Okay. Where can you find it? Sakku.
Yes.
We have to know that from the taste you have done before. You think from that. What do we study recently? Huh? Is there any question? Is there any answer?
No question.
What did I ask you at the first place? The first question that I asked you before, in the taste, 5 items. That's the characteristic of Thai language. From the first items that I asked you, have to notice the difference of Thai language from English. Hmm? Yeah. What is it? First, it is in isolating language, and is the form of verb not change, right? It's not changed. Another thing is,
very
yes, good. Yeah, the tone. Thai language has the tone, okay? But actually, for English, do we have the tone? English, do you have the tone? Yes. Good answer. But someone don't think it's the same tone of Thai, because when you speak like man means mother, but what is it in Burmese?
Me.
Yeah. Do you also pronounce me in everywhere?
Not me.
Me. Okay. You put this word everywhere with this tone. Okay? With this tone. So, good. So, this is some kind of language. But in English, you use the tone as it's very in the different way of talking in different sentence. Like it is the question. When I ask you yes, no question, are you sure? Are you okay? Thai, is it the same? No. There's a tone in English as well. It's called intonation. Okay? In English we call intonation. If I ask, are you sure? Are you okay? It will be intonation for the yes, no question. Okay? Can you give me some example in your language about yes, no question? I want to summarize that. If you speak yes, no question, you will put this kind of tone. In Thai language, we also use this kind of tone as well. Like, "Thai mai?" When you say "Thai mai," it will become the same tone of English as well. Like, is right? Right? Thai mai? All right? Hola. But the tone is different. Okay, it's really lower. It's really lower in Burmese, right? It don't be higher. It won't be higher in Burmese. Is it higher? Long, but not the tone. Okay? Then, other answer. Difference between Thai language, your language, and English language. You try to speak it higher. Actually, this is my summarize myself from my experience. I think almost every language, when you ask about yes no question, you try to speak it higher. Okay? It's like in Pali, King Namosi. King Namosi was your name. Okay? Namosi. How can you pronounce? You pronounce Si? King Namosi. What's your name? King Namosi. Yeah. But you pronounce King Namosi in your language. I understand. Okay. King Namosi. But in Thai, you pronounce Kinamosi because it's a question. Okay? Kinamosi. What is your name? Yes. And when I tell, it will be lower tone. Okay? So there's no si again. It's will be rising. Okay? You try to speak it higher. Actually, in the question. And then other aspects. Is there any point of view on Thai language and English language?
I think
Yeah.
we cannot compare the intonation like you told, because sometimes we use the Burmese as a question mark. The English is different intonation in the speaking, because English also a different area, different people speak. Because we are different, we speak in Burmese English, you also speak in Thai English. So we are different all.
Yeah.
We are hard to compare like that.
Yeah. So that's called lingua franca. There is no one is the owner of language. But this way, our speaking English is quite the same as normal people in the world. Okay, like in Britain or in the USA, the mainland who speak English. Okay, when you study English in Burma, may be different. Okay, so that's different tone. But actually, English there is the intonation. This is just the example that I give you. There's the intonation in English as well. But people don't think it's the same as Thai tone. That you have to put this kind of word and everywhere. Okay? But in Burmese, you may speak something lower, longer, because of the question. Okay? But actually, most language try to speak is higher from question. Like I pronounce Kinamosi as the way in Pali, like in Sri Lanka or in India they speak.
How about
Okay.
India? How about India?
Huh? How?
India.
Meran, I know only Hindi. Hindi language.
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with me? If you say about Mera Naam Satit Hai, so the question is
Mera naam. My name is.
Yes.
Mera means mine.
yeah, but
Apa nama kali?
kế hàng kế hàng apa nam kế hàng okay and then is there any answer? I want to know your linguistic skill and skill to criticize your own language.
I'm sorry, because I am not have experience about the linguistic because I am an English student.
Yeah. Even you study in English, you also study in language.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Actually, I'm not studying in linguistics, but I have to take to adopt the linguistic way of studying Pali and Sanskrit as well. Okay? And that's the way that we have to describe the word. Why use this and why use this? Okay. Then, please tell me from your own experience or your own opinion. You can speak it. Other thing? Okay, if you have no idea, so let's go to the book and see basic about Thai language. Okay.
Hello, Ajahn. May I ask questions?
Okay.
This book is for this subject.
Not, it's for me checking the video for my assessment. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
It's not.
So I ask you for your help, to help me learning about Thai language. Yeah. Okay. No, not this language. This is only 1 hour for you. And actually, I take this. Yeah. Not for language, for this subject. And if you would like to take this, you can buy it. Okay? You can buy it. It's about 180 baht. First, introduction. Why don't I count this as the first chapter? Because in the first chapter, it's will be easier by introduction. Yeah, the first chapter will be easier. Oh, sorry, it's become the 22 here. First, you just study about how different between Thai and English. Okay, and this is the linguistic aspect. Okay, so it's going to be difficult because when you study from other language to other language by linguistic aspect, it's quite you must have the method or the instrument to study it, right?
Yes.
So if you study in linguistics, you know how many instruments you can use.
7.
7?
Yes.
What kind of game? What kind of game? How do you 7? Really?
Go.
No. How can you? I don't mean like that. I just want to know from if you go to Africa and you want to know what do they mean, how can you get the meaning of the word? Okay? How can you get the meaning of the word in aspect of linguistic in linguistic aspect? Huh? Translate. Translate. Why do I example? I give you the example of African. Because a lot of African languages, there is no one can understand. Okay? Yeah. And then when there is no one can understand, and there is no one can translate it.
So
How can you use it? How can you get the meaning of the word?
Body language.
Body language. Yeah. Okay. From other thing.
Yes. Voice.
Huh?
Voice.
Eye contact. That's the same as the body language.
Number reaction.
The action when you put right up, right here, or the walk, they may act like what they are talking, right? And something that is abstract, something that is abstract, like Dhamma. How can you know the word of Dhamma, or their preaching, or something that they believe? How can we get the meaning? Huh? In linguistic aspect. How can? In linguistic language, in linguistic or language studies, is the actually linguistic is scientific way of learning.
What do you
Right?
mean linguistic again?
Huh?
What do you mean linguistic?
Every language is linguistic, except body language. It's just only from the sound. Okay?
Yes.
They just study from the sound of the voice. Okay? This is the linguistic. Okay? So when you answer body language, we don't care in linguistic way. Okay? So that's why we have to write in phonetic.
Yes, sir.
Okay? When we write in phonetic, we can see how often it be used in that language. Like they may say, maybe something like this. What is it? So, how can we know? That's the way. Like I don't understand you. So when we are going to study in other language, we have to study from the linguistic.
If one person, if he get a lot of language, so can we call him a linguistic?
If you know a lot of language,
So can we call
you can speak a lot of language.
him?
No.
No.
If you are linguistic, that means you study about language. You study about language. Like me, I can claim myself as I am linguistic, but not from I know very language, many languages. I just study on the way of how language used, okay, and how language be interpreted, okay, how language be interpreted in any situation, okay. Like I told you, Kumara, okay, that's the way of linguistic style, okay, that's the way of linguistic style. So when you study the original or etymology, actually, when you study Pali by Sataniti. Do you know? Sataniti is the way that you study linguistic. Okay? What do you pronounce? Sadaniti. Yeah. Because what does it mean? Sadaniti. Sound, sada. When you write in phonetic way, you can see the word sound, the, and sada, sound. Is it quite the same? Quite the same, right? So this is the way they learn, by phonetic. Okay? Phonetic. And we can see, oh, this means sound. This means the same because of the alphabet like this. Okay.
Most of Myanmar language translate grammar into Sata.
Mm-hmm.
Sata is sound.
Yeah.
We are called grammar, sata,
Yeah,
the same.
the same. Sata. But in Thai, what do we say? We say shabda. We say sab. Kamsab or sab. Shabda, we use the Sanskrit language. Okay, shabda will be shab. Sabda, like this. That's the same as sadda in Pali. Okay? The same.
Are you in Thailand?
Are you?
Are you Bali in?
Are you? Are you? Are you mean
Are you
age?
Are you
How old are you?
When you live long time, are you
How long did it take Bali courses? Right? Actually, it's only 6 years. Only 6 years that I focus on it. Okay? But when I study in linguistic science. Okay, so when I study, I don't translate all of Bali book, but I use that the way to study. This word, sadda, is also the same as sabda in Sanskrit. And it's also the word of sound in English. Okay, this is the way of linguistic style. Okay, and then, so when we study in other language, we use the phonetic as well. Okay, and other thing, if you study in linguistics, they will record voice and change to be diagram. Have you ever seen the some kind of like this? It can be used as a diagram to translate the meaning of the word. Have you learned this? No, not yet. Do you study it? Yeah. I have to search for it because there's the other. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And I have to show because other time I will give you the example of diagram like this. When you study about linguistics, we have to study from the machine. That's the machine or instrument to record the sound. When it's recorded, it's used as it translates to diagram.
Machine, Thai.
Not time, machine.
Machine.
Not machine. Machine.
Generator.
Instrument.
Machine. Machine.
Yeah.
Machine.
Not machine. Okay. Good. We try to translate in Thai. Okay. But actually, machine is the instrument. Okay, to record the sound. Then other thing, they use first they use the phonetics. Second, they use the diagram. And then they try to translate as. Anyway, they have to translate from diagram to be the phonetics as well. Okay, if you can see the facial. If you see some what is it called? Some appearance like this, you will try to understand it by the sound. Okay? But actually, the sound and the meaning is not the same. Okay? If you listen to like the word like guy in Thai means
Like guy.
guy.
Like guy. Lau guy.
Lao Gai, yes, good. Thai means chicken. Okay? Chicken. But in English, they say chicken. But it's different. Why is it different? Huh? Like that. Let's try to, it's called the onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. Do you know this word?
No, sir. Thank you.
Onomatopoeia. That means you try to simulate the sound of that kind of an animal. Okay? Like you may hear some sound from it. Okay? And other but Thai, the chicken don't speak, don't pronounce gai anywhere.
ภาษาไทยไก่ภาษาไทยไก่
เกมแล้วเรื่อย
ไก่
ๆ
ภาษาไก่เอ๊ะ
เกมแล้วเหมือน
Yeah, gai and kai.
อ๋อไก่ไข่
Yes.
ไก่เอ๊ะ
Gai is chicken, but egg
ไก่
is
ชิค
kai.
กี้
Yes.
Thai.
Gai, kai.
Thai. Thai.
ไก่ไก่เอ๊ะไก่เอ๊ะ
No, no.
no
So, chia.
เจ๊ะ
But in English, we use
ไก่
chicken.
ภาษาไทยไก่ภาษาอังกฤษจะชิคกี้
Yes.
อ๋อ
Yeah. Chicken. And also you can use cock. Sometimes it's very rude or very dirty because of the word cock can be interpreted as other thing. Cock. It's also the onomatopoeic sound. Do you know onomatopoeia? Onomatopoeia. That means you try to simulate the sound. Okay? Try to simulate the sound from what you hear. Okay? Like maybe chicken. So in Bali, it is kukkadi kukkra. Kukkra. Kukkata. Kukkura. 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 You pronounce kukkura. Kukkura in your language. But in Thai we use kukkata. Kukkata. Okay. Kukkata. But in other like when we write in Romanized, it will be cookery. Okay? So that's also the onomatopoeia. Okay? Onomatopoeia. Do you know this word? Do you know this word? Before this, do you know this word? Oh no. That means you try to simulate the sound. What you hear. Okay? And this is the way that you have to practice your other language as well. Okay? When you listen to other people talk, especially in English, if you go to English, you have to listen to the English person speaking, right? And try to pronounce as they do. Okay? That's the way of learning. Yeah. So you may not think that your own language and your pronunciation is different. Because if you get used to it, you will understand. You know, recently I assigned my student to listen to the tape record from the conference, and they can get the word very easy. That is society. Society. They don't know what is this word. I can't believe it. Because the other word you can know. But in Thai, we only pronounce three syllables. Syllables. Syllables mean three words of them. Okay. Like society. But when they heard society, but that's it. They can't understand. They can't get the word. Okay. Okay. So the very important way to learn other language, that is to listen carefully and try to copy what did they say. Okay? Yeah. And this is my way of learning as well. When I study English, I study by the video clip or other material. I study from cartoon, especially the Walt Disney when I was young. So that's why I have never graduated from other countries, but my English is fair enough. Yeah, and it sounds like a person who studied like British or other person who have been abroad for a very long time, but I have taken only very short time. How do I learn? I learn only by video clip or try to pronounce as they pronounce. Okay? And this is very good. Yeah. This is your luck that you come to Thailand and you have to speak to other people in Thai. When you learn from what they say, right? Yeah. And you memorize it word by word. But when you memorize word by word, it's very good for you to learn. Because when you learn this word, it won't be destroyed from your memory. Can you believe it? Because you know it's already like gai or kai. First thing you have to listen carefully between the sound they pronounce. Okay, and then the second will be try to think about the difference. Okay, right? So that I raised the topic that I raised today is about the difference of language. Okay, your language, Burmese, is different from Thai, as well as in Pali or in English as well. Okay, so this is the way to study languages. Okay, and it takes a very long time. And I will actually, how do you get from this? Can you tell me? How do you get from what I talked recently?
About linguistic.
About linguistic?
How to different, what is difference? Language, how to pronounce.
How to pronounce?
And with the tone,
Mm-hmm.
and definition. Language. Many language. So solo.
Isolating language.
Many different
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah. Okay. Good. In Thai, for me, as my aspect of learning Chinese, I can understand it well because my way of learning language is like European language. That if you know one word, you will know other words like intonation or like that. Okay. So when I study Pali, Sanskrit, or other Indo-European language, Indo-Aryan or Indo-European language is the same. Like recently, when I study about Croatian, I have my inspiration to study other language. Like when they get to the final round in football club, World Cup. Okay, in the World Cup, I am interested in Croatia, and when I study about Croatia, especially Croatian language, there are a lot of words that is from Sanskrit because they are very close to each other and the way of talking is very like. Do you know even in Iraq, what is the meaning of the capital city of Iraq? Baghdad. Baghdad. Do you know?
Yes.
Baghdad means Baghdad. Baghdad means the same as Devadatta. Because Devadatta. Yeah. It's funny. But this is from the word Bhagavan. And Datta. Okay? So this means this city is a city that's donated or given by God. Okay? By God, given by God. Bhagavan can be someone who is very spiritual, right? Okay? So that's the same word. Okay? This is the way to study languages. Okay. Good. Bye. Okay. I may. Now, can you write down what you learn from this? Okay? Can you write down? Just from my talking, from our discussion. Okay? Write down in your notebook or anything. Okay? Write down what did you get from this class? From this topic. The way that I want you to do now, I will assist you by your listening and take notes. Okay, it's a good way that you have to learn. When you take notes, is very important because you can get the knowledge there that is very essential or important to your own knowledge related to what we have learned, right? Yeah. So please write down what you get. What do you get? I wonder that you haven't got some idea about linguistics, or actually, even you study in English, it's also linguistic, right? Okay. So for those who don't know me, I haven't told you that I have graduated from the Faculty of Arts, Chulalongkorn, Communication Arts, Chulalongkorn University. Chula, not here, but in Chula, in Bangkok, the first layman university in Thailand. Write down what do you get from my talking, from my talk. Okay. How to learn language, right? And then let me see. Can you write it by yourself? Okay. What do you know from what I taught? Okay, what do you know from you? I know language. I know some word. I know the kinds of language. Anything you can write. There's no right or wrong thing. Okay. Just very short. So, someone who study about phonological, you have to focus on this, right? Yeah. And if you study about your, there's someone also study about also pronunciation, right? It's also the same, okay? But it gives you the methods or the way that you have to increase your knowledge by studying other language. Okay. We will give you an example of writing. Okay. When you write the word language, it shouldn't be used separated. It can be separatable, like language, and you put other like this. No, it can't be separate. Okay? And get it out. It may be quite difficult, but I expect that you are international students who study in language, especially linguistics. This is a way that we have to practice together.
Why do you say language is isolated language? Because Thai language, so many paliwords that spread.
But we only adopt the word, but not grammar. Because if you use the word like loga, loga is a word, Pali word, but we can use lo everywhere. But in the in poetry, it may be lokiya, lokuttara, loka, loki, any other kind of word, but not there's no meaning. Yeah, there's no change of language of the word loka, lo at all. But in English, in Pali, when you change the form of word, it changes meaning, right? Lokiya means it's about the world, but lokuttara means you surpass the world, like that. But there's no difference in Thai. Okay, so it's an isolated language. Who will study about the person, the subject that you need to work with people who, when you study, especially your thesis, what is it about? Do you study with the people? Do you study with the people?
Yeah.
When they talk, they do you have the group of the target group to study in Thailand or in your country? In your own country. So actually, there must be the committee of ethics who judge your thesis as well. But in our university haven't been adopted that criteria yet. It's good for you. But actually, when you work with people, you have to consider about people as well, especially ethically. Okay? But it's good that you study with your own country students. But in Thai, you may need to use Thai words as well as English, because not all Thai can understand English well. Yeah. But in Burma, they are okay. Okay. I want you to express. Oh, right or not? How do you get? That's okay. What do you get from this? Good. He knows about insulating language, the tone, the vowel, the consonants are in syllables. Good. When you write syllables, what syllables? How do you write syllable? Syllable. Okay? Syllable. Okay? This means each sound when you pronounce. Good. Again, if you study language,
How to get the right sound.
yes.
Important
Yes, good, wonderful. If you study another language, the very clear sound. Actually, it's just ear test. Okay, when you study language, you have to listen carefully, right? And then you speak from what you hear. Good. Oh, this is very long. And then you write some proper noun. Do you know proper noun? Like Vietnam. It must be the capitalized at the first place. Okay?
Yes.
Everywhere. Everywhere. I understand that.
But it's
Yeah. It's funny word. And especially you say Thai and Thai. Yeah. In the past you think Thai is A, but now it's Thai, no? Okay. It's different. And then, yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Actually, varies. Vary. Oh, that's right. Then you have mix with S. Because other. After other, you have to put S. Okay. Good. Okay, excellent. That is stage word. You have to understand according to the G. Good. Excellent. Okay. Can you write it? Okay. Related to English language. But what is it? Sanskrit. Oh, yeah. In Bali, we call it Sakata. Sound. Very well. Yeah. Is there? Who wants to see it more? Let me see.
Intonation.
Right, wonderful. About linguistics, differences, phonetics, wonderful. Phonology, wow, I did say the morphology. And you know, and good, it's very good that you know the word morphology. What does it mean? Morphine, not morphine. Morphine and morphology. What does it mean? The words, the study of word. Okay, when you study a word, you have to know from very deep structure. Okay, and then other collocation as well. Yeah, you have to listen to that word and see the body language and other meaning that called context. Okay. Actually, when they study morphology, there are many ways to study. Yeah. And for those who don't understand this word, there are 4 ways to study linguistics. Not 4 ways. There are 4 levels of linguistics. First, it's studied from sound of voice. Okay? From sound, this means linguistic by phonology. Phonology. Okay? It's satta. And then the second will be the word. It's called morphology. Then, from the structure of the sentence, is called syntax. Yes, syntax. And then the last, from what you use, right? It can be generative or social, what is it called? It's from your social or when you use or when it's applied. Okay? Applied. It's called applied linguistics. Okay? It's applied linguistics and generative or what is it called? ในภาษาไทย in Thai we say วัฒนปฏิบัติ pragmatist. Okay. Pragmatism.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. This is the way that you have to study in language. But now, you just focus on phonology, right? Yeah. But actually, the most very common or the way that you have to apply a lot, it is pragmatism. Okay? Yeah, pragmatism. It's very good that you say about morphology. Is there who want me to see your answer? Let me see. Wow, very wonderful. You can explain about linguistic subject that the students are absolutely convinced to study other languages, but we have many problems to understand my language. Many students will understand if you explain some English word and example. Okay. Explain or
Explain.
yeah.
Listen. Listen.
exemplate,
Yes.
exemplify.
It's
The verb of example is exemplify. Okay? Okay. It's good. But today we are just going to the sound. Okay, so there's not much example. Thank you for your comments. It's very good. Yeah. And is there any? The writing and by the spirit. Oh wow, very long. Very. Let's write down. Right. Even the instruction comes sound. The instruction. If you study about also pronunciation, but if you increasing by studying other language, give your example. Okay. 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 So have you ordained in Vietnam? In Vietnam? You ordained in Vietnam? But why you wear like this? Yeah, this cow. Like Thai, because you are here. Oh. I thought that you were ordained. You know this word? Ordained. Ordination. Ordained means pavacha in Bali. In Thai we say buat. Buat. It's actually from pavacha or cha. Okay. Okay. In Thai we say only buat because verb can be verb in Thai when it's derived from Pali to Thai. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Good. We normally sorry. So โอ้ยตายละ90 นาที โอเค ต้องพอ